With Elden Ring Nightreign making waves among Souls-like fans since its release, it's pretty safe to say that FromSoftware has managed a successful debut in the roguelike genre. Getting to join up with a couple of strangers, or perhaps your buddies, and tear across Limveld while facing down its innumerable threats is an absolute blast here. However, that doesn't mean there's not scope for improvement. Nightreign is a love letter to FromSoft fans, with several additions that are callbacks to its previous titles. The Duchess's moveset is eerily reminiscent of Bloodborne's femme fatale Lady Maria, while the Executor could literally be Sekiro with a cool armor set for a disguise. The similarities don't stop there. We were thrilled to see many FromSoft bosses from the Dark Souls franchise appear as skill checks before facing down the final boss of our many expeditions into Limveld. Getting to fight the Centipede Demon with Elden Ring's bag of tricks was a treat after all. But there's something missing from Nightraign's callbacks to its inspirations, their weapons. There are a ton of weapons in the Dark Souls franchise and other FromSoft titles that would be excellent additions to the game's RNG-based loot system. So to that end, here are our picks for weapons that we would love to find and use in Elden Ring Nightreign. Number 10. Black Knight Halberg, Dark Souls 2. While Dark Souls 2 is often overlooked when one considers the best titles in this franchise, it continues to be a solid game and enjoy a fanbase all of its own. While obtaining the Black Knight's Halberd in Dark Souls 2 was either difficult or easy depending on where you looked for it, the Nightfarers shouldn't have too much trouble finding it out of the wild as they explore Limveld. Its strength and dexterity scaling, coupled with its unique moveset that was later changed in Dark Souls 3, makes it the perfect weapon for players who favor the Guardian's penchant for tanking damage with a great shield. Moreover, its ability to outperform other Black Knight weapons in terms of pure damage can make an excellent addition to the Nightfarers' arsenal. Number 9. Red Iron Twin Blade, Dark Souls 2. The Red Iron Twin Blade was unique among its counterparts in Dark Souls 2, scaling well with strength instead of dexterity, and gaining a different moveset as a result. Its two-handed light attacks are excellent for crowd control, although they come with a steep learning curve, while its one-handed heavy attack is a powerful thrust that can serve a skilled player very well. Additionally, its high poise damage makes it an excellent choice for the wielder, whose function as a jack of all trades is sure to benefit from the weapon's raw power and distinct moves. Using it in tandem with his character skill is sure to keep even the deadliest Night Lords on their toes, or perhaps even stunned on the ground if there's a Dark Souls 2 player wielding it. Number 8. Smoug's Hammer, Dark Souls. While we were thrilled to see the Nameless King make a grand entrance on his dragon once again, we would have absolutely loved to take on Ornstein and Smough, one of the original skill checks in the franchise. The duo continues to give us shivers when we think about Ornstein's deadly slashes and swipes that needed to be dodged even as Smough unleashed his giant hammer with reckless abandon. Smoug's Hammer is a great option for Nightfarers who prefer to let their giant weapons do the talking, making it a brilliant option for anyone playing as the Raider. With a damage output that could put even Radahn's greatswords to shame and knock down on its heavy attacks, this is a weapon that could end fights as quickly as the Raider begins them. Number 7. Life Hunt Scythe, Dark Souls. This weapon balances strength and dexterity while providing a very unique moveset and a special mechanic. It damages its wielder as much as its victims, requiring strategy and skill to use effectively in battle. While this mechanic made many Dark Souls players avoid it altogether, yeah, there is a case to be made for including it in Nightreign though. For starters, there are relics as well as special effects obtained from bosses that provide health regeneration upon continuous attacks, or when a critical hit is successfully landed. When stacked together, these effects can add up alongside those that provide a bit of HP when killing enemies. This could make the Life Hunt Scythe truly devastating in the hands of a Nightfarer who prefers a tactical approach in the heat of battle. The Duchess, Executor, and Wielder could make good use of this weapon. It can be especially devastating in the hands of the Executor when utilized alongside his special Curse Blade and his ultimate art, allowing him to parry enemy attacks with disdain while tearing apart any of Limveld's denizens unfortunate enough to stand between him and victory. Number 6. Frayed Blade, Dark Souls 3. While its durability is often laughed at in the Dark Souls 3 community, the Frayed Blade's raw damage potential is no joke at all. For a dexterity-focused character who knows how to utilize its moveset and weapon art, it is a beast of a weapon that hits as hard as the Ringed City boss whose soul it's forged from. In the hands of Duchess or the Executor, the Frayed Blade could be a force to be reckoned with, allowing players to absolutely decimate both field enemies and bosses alike. Making it drop from a dragon boss would be an excellent way to make Nightreign's player base shudder at the thought of Dark Eater Midir and his reign of terror in the Ring City. We would absolutely love to fight Midir again with 2 other Nightfarers at our side, if FromSoftware indulge us, of course. Number 5. Court Sorcerer's Staff, Dark Souls 3. Now, there aren't many options for magic users in Nightreign, with only a few staves and seals on offer, although they come with varying spells to use, of course. However, FromSoft could easily remedy that with the Court Sorcerer's Staff. Its high intelligence scaling makes it the perfect weapon to use Glintblade sorceries, while other forms of magic also get a significant boost from it. Now, it's a great choice for the Revenant, while Duchess could also maybe make good use of it if the situation demands it, that she put some distance between herself and her foes, of course. For Nightfarers who prefer to stay at range and blast away at their opponents, this is the weapon to beat. Number 4. Oniqiri and Ubarachi, Dark Souls 3. This evolved version of the Rakuyu from Bloodborne brings a unique combination of a katana and dagger, similar to the wakizashi in Elden Ring, that can allow for power stance moves when wielded with another katana. It attacks with outrageous speed, while its special ability lets players cover a lot of ground as they leap towards their target and go straight for its jugular. While the name is quite a mouthful, yes, this dexterity-based weapon is a great choice for Duchess or Iron Eye, allowing them to weave in and out of the fray while dealing bursts of damage and bleed upon build-up with aplomb. Limveld's threats will be hard-pressed to keep up with this deadly combination, as long as they are wielded with skill and precision. Just keep an eye on your stamina bar, as these powerhouses are quite hungry in that regard. Number 3. Starline Sword, Shadow of the Erdtree. The demi-human swordsman from Shadow of the Erdtree came with quite a surprise. He wielded the Moonveil's spiritual successor. While the Moonveil needed a high intelligence stat in order to capitalize on its unique abilities, the Starline sword suffers no such limitations, working as well with dexterity for its basic attacks, while its special attack makes it as good of a choice as any as the Rivers of Blood, allowing its wielder to launch into a series of attacks that Malenia would be proud of before teleporting away to come crashing down on an enemy from above. This is a katana that can, and must, be brought into the fold in Nightreign. It helps that it's already in the game, with the demi-human swordsman using it with deadly accuracy against the Nightfarers. For the Duchess, this is a weapon that could make even the Night Lords hesitate to take her on in the right hands. Number 2. Dancer's Curved Swords, Dark Souls 3. Many Nightreign players may have been thrilled to see the Dancer of the Boreal Valley bring her sinister appearance and ferocious moveset to the battlefield, at the end of the day too, on certain expeditions. This was a boss that was an absolute skill check in Dark Souls 3, and she is no less of a threat despite the presence of 3 Nightfarers to take her down. While her original weapons deal fire and dark damage, a little bit of tweaking could allow the Nightfarers to deal another random status effect alongside fire damage, which is quite effective against trash mobs and certain Night Lords. Pairing with other status effects in the game could make it a very effective tool against the majority of the game's threats. Moreover, their lightweight and even scaling make these twin blades very effective for any of the Nightfarers, with the Duchess, Executor, and Iron Eye being the top choices for wielding them. Now, that's not to say that characters like the Wielder or Raider cannot benefit from their lightning fast attacks and versatile moveset, making these potent additions to the RNG pool in FromSoft's latest outing. Number 1. Roshasas Great Katana, Shadow of the Erdtree. This extremely strong Great Katana, or Odachis as they're properly called, is among the most devastating additions to Shadow of the Erdtree. It's almost shocking that it has not made its way to Nightreign, considering that it is the perfect alternative to the Rivers of Blood Katana. Combining the latter's unique special attack with a unique twist while retaining the slow yet deliberate moveset that Great Katana's brought to the table in Elden Ring's DLC, this is among the best weapons for Nightfarers looking to combine massive damage with a unique skill that is perfect for applying bleed, while being excellent at crowd control. It also allows you to keep swinging as long as you have the stamina for it. The Executor and Raider could make excellent use of this incredible weapon, while the Guardian could also wield it with deadly efficiency thanks to their massive stamina pools. It's the perfect balance of raw damage, speed, and style that is almost certain to make its way to Nightreign at some point, given that FromSoftware has now decided to bring harder versions of the Night Lords for players to attempt tackling. While these weapons are our top picks for what we would like to see in Elden Ring Nightreign, there are several other fan favorites that could make the cut if FromSoftware starts bringing versions of its past hits to the new frantic gameplay loop it has now created. We would love to hear your thoughts on weapons you would like to see added to the game. Until then, the night beckons, and as Nightfarers committed to keeping Limvel decidedly bright, we must answer. So, what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.